My name is Utkarsh Bhatnagar. I am a senior software engineer at Sony Playstation. I'm also an active contributor to Grafana project, and I have recently written a small command line tool called Vizi, which takes care of your Grafana dashboards, and you can commit them to GitHub and do a lot of more things than just committing it to GitHub. So, and that's my GitHub handle and email. So there's really a lot of power in open source. I started committing to Grafana by that small tooltip. That's my first pull request, which was made on 21st September 2015. And recently I committed PagerDuty alerting plugin to Grafana, which was made on November 17th. So it has been a really good journey with Grafana open source project. I not only love it, but I'm really passionate about it. And I would really like everyone to contribute more and make it a better open source project. So I'm not here to make it a boring talk. I'm here to present you guys with a story. So let me introduce you to someone called Jack, who got hired at Sony Playstation 2 years back, sometime in 2014. And he was given a POC, or proof of concept, to do on monitoring. And then he was given some requirements like 50,000 unique metrics and 72 million data points per day and stuff like that. So as you know, engineers are smart, so they just go to Google. And he searched for time series databases, and he got few options which were popular 2 years back. Now there are more. And then he looked and evaluated all three of them and figured out that the UI was not that great. So he found another thing on Google, which is Grafana. And finally, he was able to do his POC by using the most popular time series database, which is Graphi, and create this design, which is really simple, nothing fancy. All metrics go to Graphi and were visualized in Grafana. And then POC was completed. Everyone was happy. Mission was accomplished. Everybody had dashboards. Now, when people love dashboards and you're showing them something cool, there is a problem. You need more. People want to see more metrics in there. All the teams want to come on board and monitor their metrics with the existing system. So a lot of teams came to him and said, okay, these are our requirements. What should we do? So this was his POC. How can he scale? So this won't work. He has problems now that how to scale, and he has a lot of challenges. Like there are multiple teams which are requesting this feature. They want to monitor with Grafana and any time series database without, behind it, it doesn't matter to them. What matters to them is just Grafana, because it's really cool to see those graphs. And so total data points and all these requirements which is had. So he was kind of confused. What should he do? Whether he should stick with Graphite, which has blogs over clustering and how to scale them, or should he move to OpenTSDB or InfluxDB or anything else? So, or he should go for proprietary, the time series databases, and pay and make the company pay for it. And he was really confused. So he thought about a scalable design. What should he do? So he just made blocks on paper and nothing more. He didn't know what to do, what to use. He was more inclined towards using open source solution. So he chose something to replace these boxes, which I'm gonna show tomorrow. And so you guys don't miss my talk tomorrow at 2 p.m. It's gonna be about elastic monitoring using Grafana at Sony Playstation. That's what we use, and we use completely open source stuff. Now, just one more last thing about my project, which I recently wrote. It's called Vizi, and it's just a command line tool written in Node.js. You can just install it like npm install Vizi. What's gonna give you a Vizi command line tool, and you can just use it to import dashboard on your disk from Grafana, and you can also export from your local to Grafana, which is pretty simple using the API. But you can also do this is my favorite command though, which is summarize. So I can just say Vizi summarize dashboard name, and it will just give me the main things which I really look for, which are like number of rows, which panels are in which rows, those kind of things. You can also move like panels or rows from one dashboard to another by just simple commands like Vizi move panel from this dashboard to that dashboard to this row to that row, and as simple as that. That's the link to go for Vizi. You can completely contribute to it. It's open source, and I would love to have some more pull requests. And that's all. And don't miss my talk tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's it. Thank you.